guys. Welcome to the first episode of Between Two Nerds, our Warp Zone podcast, weekly podcast. Joining us for the very first episode, busting that cherry wide open, is Jesse Cox. Is actually his full name.
Jesse Cox.
Yes, Jesse.
When he came over, when he went through Ellis Island, they changed it from Cox to just Cox.
He's like, if I want to get a job in Hollywood, I got to be less Irish. I got to Americanize it. Jesse Estevez McCox became Jesse Cox.
Yes.
It wasn't a lot.
Okay? You brought an Emilio reference in this in the first minute.
It could be a Charlie or Martin.
That's true.
I don't know what's happening right now. I was going to go with McDonald's joke, but you guys classed the place up.
Is McDonald's Irish?
No, but, well, I guess it could be.
I mean, it's trying, but
Are
it's
the
not
McDonald's
that
in
hard.
Ireland?
They have Shamrock Shakes.
Yeah. Do they?
Yeah. Well, not now. In March.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Do they have Shamrock Shakes in Ireland all the time?
I hope they do.
I want to kind of make it a little... Can we make this entire thing about Ireland? Just
It would be...
the facts we know about Ireland. Did you know leprechauns only come out at night to steal your children?
Whoa.
Fact.
It would be really funny, though. I talked to some Australians once and asked them about Foster's. It's going to come around. And there's no... You know, Foster's, Australian for beer, doesn't even, like, exist. They have no idea what it is. So it's like... You're like, hey, shamrocks. And the Irish are like, what the hell's a shamrock? Like, what's a leprechaun? Like, what are you talking about? It's all just, like, Americanized. That'd be kind of cool if it was that.
I don't think it's that, though.
We are already, like, off the rails, like, completely.
Let's
get back in here. Okay,
You're welcome.
So,
yeah, sorry. So,
Between Two Nerds, this is our weekly podcast, and we are going to talk about anything we want. It's going to relate to, you know, gaming and nerd news and stuff like that, but we're just going to talk for a while and see what happens. And
well, there's a structure, you know.
Yeah, we'll talk about some news.
We'll chat with Jess about what's going on with him.
I don't do structure.
You're like,
never.
what is this, elementary school?
No.
Nah, man, third grade ain't for me.
Maybe answer some questions here and there, you know?
Yeah.
We'll have some fun. All right?
Let's start by saying, hey, Jesse, what's up, man?
Not much. Do you mean in my life or today?
What's going on?
What's
today
going on
you had
in your
fun.
life?
Today you had a good day.
I think the last thing I saw from you is 2,000 videos.
Wow, how topical and relevant of you.
Also,
Why, that's certainly a thing that happens. It's called chronological order. And eventually I got there. I eventually hope to hit 3,000, and maybe, if I'm lucky, I'll be alive long enough to hit 4,000.
I doubt it.
No, you're going to...
I've known you too long. I've seen the course that your life has taken. You'll be lucky to make it to 2001. Odyssey.
Oh, all right. I thought you meant videos. I'm like, I'm at 2031 already.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many videos do you guys make a week?
Well, this week we started making like, 5 or something? I don't know.
That's so admirable.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Shut your butt.
That's real cute, guys. That's real cute. You're growing up so fast.
Aww.
Anyways, okay. 2031. What are you working on now? You're still doing Saints Row 4? Probably?
Yes.
Yep.
What a wonderful game.
You said that.
Now can I have my money, please?
Yeah. What a great game. Thank you for playing.
I can't.
It has aliens.
It's hard to describe how wonderful it is. It's really silly and really stupid and it's perfect. It's the perfect game for me.
It is the Jesse Cox
It's
game.
Jesse Cox the game.
Yeah, if you ever wanted to live my life, you would play that game.
Exactly. You are Jesse Cox's life is the president in the Matrix fighting aliens.
That's every single day. I wake up and I think to myself, God damn aliens.
Those aliens.
Here we go again. And then I get in my Matrix thing, I plug it in the back of my brain, and then I go have Matrix relations with Trinity.
Whoa.
Old Trinity,
Matrix relations.
Not third movie Trinity. She got a little weird looking. She started to end up like Luke Skywalker in the third.
I was going Carrie Fisher in Jedi. You're like, she's probably do hard drugs.
Wait, oh no, I would.
There's like gray hair on her.
I would go Jabba on her slave Leia.
Whoa. I didn't say I wouldn't go Jabba on her slave Leia. I'm just saying.
By the way,
when you're like, time has passed.
We all know. We all know.
It was a time jump.
We all know Jabba and Leia. You know.
Got it on.
Oh, yes.
Things happened.
Oh, yes. You don't just show up in a full body outfit then suddenly be in a metal bikini.
Boromir, one doesn't simply show up in a small bikini.
I'm just letting you know.
This big.
So y'all are aware on the interwebs, it went down.
This is confirmed. Jesse Cox
Confirmed.
Confirmed. I was there. It happened.
He's like, you were the witness.
Yeah, you
you
were.
also signed the marriage license. You did it all.
It was Salacious Crumb just in the background.
Yeah, little known fact, Jesse's first role as a baby was Salacious Crumb.
What can I say? I enjoyed being tasered by...
He literally was like, and this is how method you are, like, tase me. I need to be tased,
tase me,
otherwise
bro.
it won't be authentic.
That's, I mean, it makes sense. That's how all the real actors do it.
Yeah. If there's a taser scene in the movie, it's done.
I got into a very dark place where I would just ask to be tased all the time. And at night, I would have the Olsen twins come and tase me.
All right, continue. This is a good story so far.
And one night, it got really bad. And Caitlin, is that an Olsen? Caitlin Olsen, one of the
Mary Kate. Close enough.
Here's a
He
little
called her
fact.
Caitlin.
Little
He called her
fact, they were
Caitlin.
triplets, and then Mary ate Kate. They became
It became Mary Kate.
Oh, okay.
But
Go on.
she likes me to call her Caitlin because that's her dark side. That's when the other sister gets to come out.
Oh, no.
And so she would tase me for a while. And she said she had to stop because she had bad experiences with stuff like that. And she had a friend who didn't end very well for him.
Oh, God.
Fantastic. We started. This is a Saints Row. This started as a
This
Saints Row
started
question.
Saints Row, and we go
Okay,
get
besides
tased
all
by Mary
that-
Kate.
You're doing Saints Row. What's coming up next?
Oh, God. Coxtober.
Are you copying the Subway method of just like doing terrible?
Except I want to do it for every month. And
Jesse-ary?
May will just be Cox. Because I can't read.
Let's go through all of it. January,
Coxieri.
February,
Coxieri.
Coxberry, March,
Cox.
April,
Aprox.
May.
Changing it up.
May is Cox.
May's just Cox.
June,
June is
Jocks.
July.
Jalox.
That was the fastest answer. July.
I got
August.
these.
Took me a second.
August
to remember the months.
is Cogist.
September,
Coxtember.
October,
Coxtober, obviously.
November. These are,
That's
Coxvember.
Coxvember.
and then December is
Coxember. Easy.
done.
Done.
That's the calendar. By the way, you have to make a calendar.
I should.
And you have to, it has to be a swimsuit calendar, too.
Oh, are you kidding me? No, only just me on different bearskin rugs.
Yes.
Just different bearskin rugs.
It will make all of the money.
First of all, way to steal the Warp Zone calendar idea.
No, you guys, look, you can get in bathing suits. I call naked bearskin rugs. All bearskin rugs. In fact, all live bears. Me
Yeah.
laying on live bears in front of fireplaces. Actually, massaging live bears in front of fireplaces. And all the bears have to have this look of bear ecstasy on their face.
This is
Wow.
LA. This could happen.
You could get this.
And for less than
Oh, I
you
know.
think.
And I'm sure,
I'm sure there's a lot of out-of-work bears that need to make a quick buck.
There's a lot of people like, you want a bear? I'll get you a bear.
here's the thing. I'm referring to real bears, not the homosexual bear, a.k.a. the hairy man, internet. So please don't Photoshop that unless you want to.
No, please Photoshop that.
Because
Send it
I
to the
will
Warp Zone.
tumble that
Fan
like
art.
crazy.
Fan art. I want to see fan art. Okay.
Good lord.
You know, there it is.
Let's talk about some stuff that happened this week.
Yeah.
Good first podcast, guys.
Yeah.
You're
We're
doing really
doing
well.
good.
Nailed it. I think
Yeah.
we definitely sifted through who people are like, this isn't for me, and that's fine. And then others are like,
The
sweet.
5 people that are left are like, oh, we're going to talk about news. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we just took some news things down. What happened this week in news on my iPhone? I wrote down. First of all, Walking Dead, they announced, is getting a spin-off series.
I haven't heard this. What is the news?
So they want to do a companion series. The news is that
I thought that was The Talking Dead.
No, it's going to come after.
no, it's not Chris Hardwick. As far as we know,
Wouldn't it be great
I love
if Chris Hardwick was in it?
Yeah.
Wait, what if he's the new main character?
He better get a cameo.
Hashtag it's not Chris Hardwick.
It's not
Yeah.
Chris Hardwick.
But they wanted to premiere in 2015 is when
So
they're
season 5.
what?
I think.
5. Yeah, they're trying to get it done.
But what is it?
Hold
It's-
on. It's
You are busy teasing it.
It's
they're
like
saying that the show, even though it's different from the comics a little bit, has still been like beholden to that. This is going to be an entire separate cast, different
so
survivors,
Kirkman's like, developing this whole new show with a whole new different
new cast. I mean, they haven't
same
announced
world.
if anyone's going to come in and out,
It's basically the Star Trek Voyager of
or
of
just,
Walking Dead.
I mean, just any
Or any spin-off.
any
So-
Star Trek, any spin-off series.
We
yeah.
don't know what it's about though.
No, there's no real details other than they're working on it. My
Yeah.
theory is just they're like, we have all this extra zombie crap. Let's just
Let's just film
shoot-
some more stuff.
Let's just double up.
They want to make money.
I mean, I love Walking Dead. I would not have a problem with watching more. It's like Angel Buffy when it was like back to back. It's just like another hour of zombie stuff. I have no problem with that. It's awesome.
Here's what I would tolerate, and I would want this in the first season. First couple episodes, you get to meet the characters, find out about their stories. I'm sure there's a 7 of 9 in there. There's a girl Borg. She's running around fighting zombies.
Wouldn't you be like half zombie? Wouldn't that fit in
A
that
half
universe?
zombie?
Yeah.
Oh, she'd be
They like partially convert her back, but she has great tits.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, everything else about her is zombified, but she has
But she
the
has great
perkiest,
tits.
greatest breasts ever. Yes. Oh, I agree with that.
Let's
Okay.
Photoshop that.
Then no, what? Just go to a convention. You'll see all that all the time. I'm
true.
a zombie, boobs. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
No, you have to have that girl. You have to have a lead female character, a rough, tough like boss, or Janeway.
But maybe has like lines, unlike Michonne.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And
Like season 3 Michonne, not. But she's, okay,
No,
second
season
half,
4.
Second half of season 3 Michonne.
Yeah, second half of season 3 Michonne, not first half.
Not first half.
and she has to be very, very like tough but likable. The problem with a lot of TV shows is they try to make the female characters tough, and they come off as like the most detestable. Like, go watch Breaking Bad, and like find a female character in that show that is relatable to anyone.
Yeah.
Every person who watches is like, God, I hate those people. And she has to be like a total like hard ass.
Kate Beckinsale.
No,
Any
she's
character that
not-
Kate Beckinsale. Sorry, she's like my number one lady.
She's too
of
sexual
ever.
though. This chick needs to be rough and tough, kinda a little bitchy, but not offensively. Like,
Have you seen any of the Underworld movies? She's perfect. You're describing Kate Beckinsale in Underworld. At least 1 and 2. Didn't see any of the other ones.
all I remember is the one with the sex scene where the guy was humping her stomach, and I was
2.
like,
I
this
think that was 2.
is a mess.
Yeah.
This movie is a
You
mess.
just had a PTSD
Or
moment
even
right there.
because that came out, you know, this is about to get real. That came out before I had the sex, and I was like,
That's not how you do it.
I remember from the class the one end you put the one end in, the girl puts.
I'm just saying, like
it
the
didn't
way they
work out.
It was either the angle or the guy directing it had no clue.
He didn't
He's
know
like,
how to-
"Here's
The
deal."
director is Kate Beckinsale's husband, I believe.
Oh,
so he's
no
probably just
wonder.
like he's like no.
No, you're not sticking it there. You're sticking it.
If you're not going to have sex with my wife, it will be in the belly button.
But
I imagine her husband talks like, if you want to do the sex with my wife.
But the character who I believe his name was Michael, if I'm correct, he was like a hybrid. He was like a werewolf vampire hybrid thing. So maybe his penis works differently.
No, it doesn't. Also,
You're like, I happen to be an expert on the subject. It doesn't.
Did you also know that
here's the
early in Jesse's career, he was on the set of Underworld 2?
one of my first roles was
You
as
were
his
the
penis.
you were like the white werewolf in that movie.
Every time they need a white werewolf.
Yeah.
Twilight, I was the one that like jumped like, "Arr, I'm a werewolf." True story. I was
Jesse's
there.
like, all right, give me a week of not shaving and I'll be perfect.
All white hair. It goes from red to white very quickly.
Okay, so back to you want a girl that's tough.
She's got to be tough, like a leader. She's got to be like I don't want her to be overly sexualized.
Okay.
Like I don't want the leader chick to. Of course, it's the internet, so the internet will be like, yeah, I'm gonna put her on 4chan. But I imagine, she needs to be like she needs to be Janeway. Janeway, the things I would have done to Janeway. Plus,
Oh, yes.
I respected her. That was me trying to escape and get to Janeway, the little spittle.
Have you
Love
Janeway,
Janeway.
Side note, have you watched NTSF SDSUV?
Amazing.
She's
Still
so
has
good.
it.
She's
Still
amazing.
has it.
Still
Oh.
amazing. But I will say that the rest of the Voyager, like, I don't want anything else to be Voyager because I hated Voyager. Hated Voyager. Voyager was garbage. Go Deep Space Nine.
Yes.
I'll take Deep Space Nine.
Sorry, this is a DS9 is my favorite. Voyager's
Yes.
his favorite.
I'll say right now, you need to have an old religious dude who has the face of Odo on the new series.
don't
So
you
he has to have like a
Just
melted.
get Odo at this point.
He has to have like a melted plastic surgery
Have you
face.
seen what's his? I can't remember the actor's name, but it's a Frenchy name. But he doesn't look. He's older in his reclining years. I'll say. I know it's supposed to be declining years. He's sort of just
Recline, he's just leaning
He's
back.
sort of resembles Odo a little more than he did before. That's all I'm saying. Let's make a
So he can just pull it back and boom, you got Odo.
John? I don't know.
Anyways, Internet. Here's what I want: get Odo, get Quark, the guy who played Quark, get the chick who played Jaxia Dax, and then get Janeway will be the leader, and then get the Doctor from.
Wait, do you want like the exact actors, or do you want those archetypes as the?
Oh no, I want the exact actor.
Fuck it.
I would actually. You could do this because you can do whatever you want.
Then
you
you
can
need
just
the
be
Doctor.
them stuck. Like the zombie broke out during a Star Trek convention, so they happen to stick together and they have the chemistry.
We have to have the Doctor from Voyager because I love that actor. Love that actor.
He's the best.
He'd do it too.
He would.
He's down like a mother.
and then have them go on the road. But here's the thing. The first couple episodes are about them and their story and getting to know them. But this last half of the first season is them going the same steps, but just like a day or two behind the main cast. And people are like, oh, I remember that. And it's the first season of the main cast. But then they branch off again. But this is that first season, like, no, this is around the same time. So there's a possibility later on they could meet. They're never going to meet.
But you keep
thinking but every once in a while they come across a dead body of a friend. Oh, like one of the zombies is like one of the dead people.
That would be awesome.
That's pretty great.
If you could somehow have a zombie of one of the characters, although they've kind of like dealt with the zombie version of all of like Shane. They kind of like
you think
they do that service of like killing their old friend.
Well, what if they come across? What if they come across dead zombies and they're like, oh, there must be others out here fighting them too, and then you see like Shane or something. Spoiler, by the way, Shane's dead, guys.
Oh.
Oops.
Whoopsie, spoiler alert.
We'll throw a spoiler alert up.
Just blur out our mouths.
We'll be like, spoiler incoming in now.
Yeah.
Shane died. We got that. Look, it's season 3. Catch up. Come on, guys. Okay,
spoilers over.
All right, let's do some closing thoughts on that. And
I'm excited.
I think we've closed these thoughts.
I think it'll be fun. I just don't, since we don't know what it's about.
Yeah,
it could literally be about anything.
I just want to speculate.
I think the only thing they have now is just that it's not going to be about the main. It's going to follow a different thing, which is cool. So he can take what he learned and do better.
Yep.
It'll be like the Futurama or the American Dad or any other second series that was.
Unless they do like the other, like in Lost when they did that season where it was like the other 49 days or whatever, the tail end of the ship, and maybe they could focus on the characters like that were supposed to be in the series but weren't.
Yeah.
That they cut out of the comics that it didn't include.
Maybe.
Fan service.
Heck yeah. Kids love that. All right, so also what else did they announce this week? They announced that the Diablo 3 auction house, I think they're both real world and the in-game gold ones, are shutting down for Reaper of Souls.
Yes.
Whoa.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
This is good news.
Yeah, I mean, because I guess I was very, very, very hyped about Diablo 3.
I remember watching you leave us. There were groups of us.
Yeah.
Many times when we would come over to your place and talk and partake of beverages and watch films, and you were nowhere to be found. Look. And when we would go find you, you'd be playing Diablo in your room, and you're like, I'm on Inferno mode, and I've got to kill this guy. Leave me alone. You're like the butcher. He's so hard.
The funny thing is, it was always Act 1 because I just couldn't get like. Yeah, but look, I get into games. Anyways,
but was your disappointment that much more because you were so into it? Because I mean, I think almost everyone. Everyone was disappointed with Diablo 3.
My disappointment with Diablo 3
person that wasn't.
Yeah,
it's because I loved. Normal through Hell was like great. I loved it the entire way. It was when they forced you into this weird endgame, because what I loved about Diablo 2 was you could do whatever the fuck you wanted. You could go anywhere. You could like farm whatever. It was awesome. Yeah, and you could do like fun, funky specs and stuff. And there was like you couldn't respec, so I don't think for a while you couldn't even respec at all. But
they had the season change.
Yeah, but here you can just swap abilities out too soon. You had to do the Inferno grind. You had to buy gear. It was this whole other thing where I'm like, they took like an MMO endgame where you're like forced into something to keep people artificially stuck in playing their game, which you didn't need because it's not a subscription.
But then they made it worse by then being like, oh, you can't get it? Here's spend $20 and grab this item that you needed.
Yeah, and I'll say, like, I thought the real world auction house was like a revolutionary idea, and then like pretty soon after I was like, okay, this is just like dumb.
I vividly remember at BlizzCon 2011 asking them. I went to one of the few actual press things I went to was the guys talking about the money, like the real auction money house, and they were very like, oh no, this would be revolutionary. And we asked them
because they take a cut of it.
Yeah.
That's the greatest thing ever. Is like when you buy these fake goods, they took a cut of every purchase. Like it's.
And
of course they'd be excited about it. They're like, I see dollar signs everywhere. Look, it's printing money.
And we question them like crazy about, this. There's a lot of downsides here, guys. Like long term, do you think? I'll never forget one of the questions I vividly remember was like long term, what viability do you see here? Because eventually, people are going to buy all the things they need, and it will slowly decline, or people are going to stop buying things altogether because the nature of the system you set up is just half the stuff is worthless.
Yeah.
And people are going to only buy really, really good things, and so people are going to farm really, really good things and then not put other stuff on the auction house. There's so many ways it could flop, and they were like, we're pretty confident it's going to work like this. And I was like,
Smash Cut 2, we're sorry.
And
sorry.
It's even worse that they're like, it isn't even sorry. It's, we're really excited to be getting rid of this. Like,
fuck you. Yeah.
Guys.
They're like, Jay Wilson stepped down. They're like, there's a new driver. They're going a different direction.
I don't know. The weird thing is like, I like all those guys. Like, they have the best intentions, but I don't think that they thought that one through. I think they had a lot that they wanted to do for Diablo. Even when it first came out a year and a half ago now,
And it came out in May, right?
May 2012, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. So for as long as it's been, when you think back on it, they really, really, really hyped up the fact that, this is going to be our next big thing. We're going to put all this money into it. And when you look at it, they actually succeeded.
Yeah, they sold.
Yeah, I mean, they sold
a ton of copies.
Yeah.
Everyone was. Yeah, it was.
I just, I feel like.
But I think they lost a lot of goodwill, We'll
Well,
see
the
how-
story
we'll see how
story
the-
was garbage. The story is crap.
Yeah.
Like, and if anyone's like, I found the story interesting, you should just.
They're like, watch
jump off a
us
bridge.
kill Deckard Cain because Game of Thrones exists and they
Spoilers.
kill people. If you like, that's not. If you don't know Deckard
was-
Cain dies, he dies in the beginning.
What, what was
Yeah.
the reasoning behind that
Because
murder?
he just dies. Did he die?
I can't remember.
Rita-
the exact
Rita-
scene.
Rita Repulsa kills him.
Yeah, the mini
Rita-
boss in part 2 shows up.
Rita kills him with
And she's
butterflies.
It's in Act 1, isn't it?
It's
No,
the end of Act 1, yeah.
End of Act
Yeah.
1 you kill her? Or no, you kill her in like the
I had a very good point
point
about that too, that I was trying to get to, and I totally forgot what it was because I was staring at Davis's beautiful eyes, and it just destroyed me. But no,
Yeah.
like, you can't. It's just bad writing. Chris Metzen, buddy, we need to talk. We need to talk.
Oh.
All your stories have become the same. I love you, but every story's the same. You need to stop. Stop this madness. We need an intervention to get you back on good story writing. I love you.
Back in the late 90s, you had that. You had stories on lock.
It doesn't always have to. You don't always need a big bad guy.
Oh.
You don't always need like a devil figure to show up. In fact, it would have been pretty awesome. This is what I thought was going to happen until you ruined it. The end. For those who, by the way, spoiler. Leah then dies and becomes Diablo, which I called months before that even happened.
And you were like, look at the frame. It's a feminine Diablo. And then you went in from the beta. The story
beta-
of like you found her mother who like slept with the Dark Wanderer. You had this whole theory.
I was like,
blown
when she
open.
banged him, he had Diablo in him.
Yep.
That's like standard story. Like, his seed was demon seed. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty standard fantasy story. So it was really obvious. And then the fact that you could see where they wanted to go with everything, where they were like, let's do less story, let's do more, like, we'll make this a really cool game that you can replay over and over again. And you could see they were trying to do PlayStation. Like, you could see they, early on when they said we're going to change all the controls. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, I get why there's only 4, and then there's 2 over here. Like,
Yeah.
it all made sense. Like, oh, okay, yeah, no, they're definitely going to do console. And they're like, no,
we're not.
That's
doing
the
that.
funny thing is I so blindly because of my love for Diablo 2 and because the PvP demos
remember-
at BlizzCon, which were amazing. They were perfect, and I don't know why they never came out with those.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, Real Auction House is gonna work out, and they're like, new control scheme.
And also PvP.
They're not gonna make it for.
And also PvP is gonna be great.
Well, that's
Oh.
too. Yeah. Okay. Well, and then it was like, they're never gonna go. You can't do console on Diablo, and then all of a sudden, hey, it's coming to PS3 and PS4, and it's like, oh, crap. Everyone was right. I was blinded by the light.
They still didn't listen to my great
Read that like
idea
a
either.
goose.
I wanted Diablo Arena. I wanted
Yeah.
people to fight. I wanted the arena matches were at the end at BlizzCon. The 4 best people in the world had to fight each other with Diablo in the ring with them. I was like, that would have been such a great.
That'd been amazing.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been a great thing to watch. And they were
Fucking
like, no,
Davis
we,
won.
no.
You won.
Yeah, I got like a signed poster by the whole thing because I had like the highest score.
I'm telling you,
awesome.
there's so much potential for that game, and they wasted it, much like every new character they added to it. But anyway, the point I was going to get to earlier is Metzen always makes like a big evil bad guy, and he needs to stop. He had a really good thing going that I thought was going to be the plot, which was whatever that angel was who's like, I'm the angel of war. I was like, oh, he's going to be the bad guy. And right when you get to him, they pull the like Anakin Skywalker, like all of a sudden all the angels shut down.
Yeah, right.
And it makes no sense. And you're like, shut up. And then you go fight Diablo. It's like this. I understand the game's called Diablo, but this is the third one. Switch it up on us one time.
Well, and then my theory was that he was going to be the expansion villain. Like, he was going to be and then they're like, oh no, it's this other guy that we never mentioned. He's the new guy.
Yeah, it's the guy that if you read the books if you read the books.
Oh boy.
And then if you read the books in the game, it's like, oh no, he's the one who left the Order because he didn't believe in it anymore. Like, here's another thing. I like that Blizzard has expanded universe. I like reading the stuff. But they keep pulling stuff from the books and not mentioning it in games and expecting people to know what's up.
And you're just like, oh, who's this guy?
It's just like Kingdom Hearts, where they have so many Kingdom Hearts has so many games, but when you play the main storyline 1, 2, and now 3, they're like, oh yeah, no, you should have played those other things for 3DS because we're not going to explain what happened. It's like, shut up. Shut up.
Also, those side stories are the most convoluted of the stories. You think you know the story, play a side story, and you're like, what? Does Square know what the story is?
It's so aggravating. So aggravating.
Somebody discovered PCP. The biggest, most unexcusable thing for me about Diablo 3 that I just can't look past is they destroyed the coolest character in games. Tyrael, as an angel, is
awesome.
like the sexiest, most badass, awesome. Like, when he destroys the World Stone in the end, like...
Yeah.
It just, and then you're like, oh, now he's human because apparently you can just unangel yourself, and now,
but then
it's like he's just like this dude. He's like a paladin or some dude in armor, and I'm like, you used to be so cool.
What
now
is
you get
his
owned
role
in
now?
everything.
What does he do?
He gets owned in the opening cinematic.
At the end, he's like, I'm the
liaison between humans and the fucking angels because
he's the Benjamin Franklin of angels.
He has sex with French prostitutes?
Yes, he's like those angelic whores.
I mean, I assume they'd be the hottest.
Yeah.
Actually, chicks, always hotter.
Oh, and Ariel.
Always hotter.
Yeah, so that's good. For Reaper of Souls.
Yeah.
No, and I apparently I haven't played, and I'm not going to play on the console. I'm sorry, I just won't play. I played Diablo 1 on the PlayStation once. I'm not doing it.
Actually,
but apparently they fixed all the new looting stuff is apparently in the PS3
Yeah,
version.
it's actually, gameplay-wise, a lot easier and more fun to play. That you're not clicking and you're just running. You're using the sticks to run.
Yeah.
And then you're just pew, 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 like that. And sorry, pew, 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 if you couldn't see down here, pew, 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 that's all that happens. And it's really fast. And then they took the camera from like looking down like that to like looking sort of like that. So you're almost looking at you.
So is it actually like worth trying out?
I mean, if you've done it enough already, I mean, it's obviously worth trying out. I don't know if it's worth
like
the
beating.
purchase.
Because also you don't get to keep your stats from the PC version, right?
I have no clue what
I'm
goes
pretty sure you
on.
don't.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So.
Well, it's fine. I don't care that much about. I mean, Witch Doctor, it's fine.
Aww.
I didn't get very far in the. I got a couple pieces of good gear, and that was it before I bugged out.
But you can meet girls. I watched the commercial.
You can have a
Have a
foursome.
force. Oh god, those commercials are so.
Those are like
obnoxious.
90s video game.
Can I tell you
commercials.
something?
Yeah,
though?
it's a step back. And
Yeah.
My parents are visiting this week, and my dad saw the commercial and goes, I like that one. That was creative. So my dad loves it. Keep it up, Blizzard. My father thought it was great.
Good
Way to
job,
go.
Blizzard. Good job.
All right, this is a bit of a downer, but Nintendo president, I'm gonna butcher this, but I think it's Hiroshi Yamauchi died. He was the president for like 50 years.
Yeah. Till 2002.
Yeah, he turned the company from like a card game, like a board and card game, into the what it is now, and is sort of responsible for games coming back. I'd never heard of him before now, and I know like Iwata and Miyamoto and like Reggie and stuff, but I just didn't know. He wasn't a household name to me. But
I think he's the guy who pushed for the big changes that we saw, but I don't know that he's the guy who implemented them. Like the guy he wasn't the foot soldier on the ground like making the change.
Well,
he
I
was
don't
the
know.
guy.
I read the day after he passed, IGN ran an article about his life, and like he made the NES. Like he did a lot to make the NES
Wow.
happen. Like he had to, because of the crash. You know how Atari fucked the game industry. Like, well, sorry, they're bankrupt.
Cocaine crashed.
Cocaine
the game industry.
fucked the game industry.
Atari was just the nose it wrote in.
He wanted to build a console, and people that would build parts, like people that would build microprocessors and stuff, they didn't want to put their shit in a console. So it took a lot of his wheeling
It was like
and dealing,
whining and dining,
like
wheeling
to
and
get people, and a lot of promises to be like, no, this shit's like gonna work. Put your chip, put your sound card into my stuff, and let's make a console.
Yeah, and you were telling me that even after he had retired and he
Yeah.
was still on the board, he came up with the idea for the DS, which I think is like the highest selling one.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
he
basically,
really pushed for
the guy who ran that is dead, and the assholes who ran it into the ground are still alive and living. So great.
Hey.
But hey, you got your Wind
Wind
Waker,
Waker
HD.
HD.
Yay!
is a great game. So I don't know. Rest in peace.
Yeah, man.
There's no jokes to be
Good
made
job.
there.
GG.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a fun one. Valve announced
Oh.
that come Monday there will be 3 announcements.
Say what?
They counted to 3?
They triple stamped a double
Oh
stamp.
my god. You know what this means?
So one, what does it mean?
First of all, they said
You saying
they didn't say we have announcements.
Left 4 Dead 3.
They
Left
said
4
we
Dead.
have 3 announcements.
Left 4 Dead 3.
They have this. They have.
What if it's 3 threes? Left 4 Dead 3.
Half-Life 3, Portal 3.
And Portal 3.
That would be too insane.
That's first of all, that's what I
think the
want.
internet would die.
I think they announced. I didn't read.
I just anime exploded in my head.
Yeah.
Because you have to go like 1, and then you're like...
And then your
And
blood
then it
like
fades.
flies out of
It
your
fades to
nose.
white, and you like turn into like little
Yeah.
atoms.
Fist of the North Star that.
Yeah.
Look it up.
No, but I don't think it's gonna be 3s. All the 3s, because I know at least 1 is gonna be Steambox. Because
Okay.
it's like the
Probably
URL.
1 and 2 are Steambox.
What? Yeah.
I mean, probably there's multiple because they're saying like the theories are, or maybe there's more. They're gonna have their own like.
Well, if you go to
their
the
own
website-
Steam box that they
Yeah.
make.
No,
Then it's
definitely.
also going to be a platform.
Because it's also going to be an OS.
Yeah.
Like, so the Steam box is going to come out. Like, if you go on their website, yeah, they're like, it's steampower.com/living room. So it's clearly like they're going to be pushing the Steam box. And then, like, you scroll down and there's like a silhouette of a controller. So, what?
Nothing.
You got a problem with Steam box?
No, Steambox is
You know what?
fine. I don't like companies that insist on it's all like living room. We're gonna bring the family together, and everything we do, and then it shows like happy families playing games together. That never happens. That has never happened ever. And there's never been a happy family playing. There's angry families who play games together.
Oh my God.
There are families who throw controllers at each other. There's never a family like, I'm a son and I'm a daughter. And the 2 parents
play
and the
together.
dog, and they're like, let's stand on the Wii Fit and train with this girl.
You
who
mean
is
all those
overtly
Nintendo commercials
sexual.
are lying?
And, or the
We would like to play.
the Xbox ones where it's all the family and they're like, I'm on Whitewater Rapids. No, you're not. No, you're not. And I'm.
You're in Fresno, you dumbass.
I swear.
I'm sorry, everyone in Fresno. All 3 of
I
them.
like Fresno's not
dumbasses.
bad. It's really hot.
And I assume that Steambox will get a video that's like, play games. Yeah,
I don't know. I really think that
don't do
if
that.
Valve,
Don't do it.
No, I think that if Valve is pushing into the console market, which I think they're going to be a lot more serious than that. It's going to be a small, like it's going to be a not as powerful as a PC, obviously, but it's going to run all of their stuff, and you'll be able to download PC games. Probably an adaptation of the big screen.
Yeah.
Big screen thing. I think they're or what's it called? Was it big screen
So,
or full
wait,
screen?
you're getting PC games on a console
Yeah.
that then you play with.
Or just like PC
controller?
games that can run like a
Controllers.
console.
Yeah.
They're trying to like meld. It's like Alienware, which you have is they make those like the
Yeah.
X51 or whatever it is.
The
They're, like,
X51s,
smaller,
they're really small, yeah.
which are also awesome. But they also announced at E3 or somewhere they had that partnership with that company that's making those like the
Little
Piston
box,
or
yeah.
whatever they're called.
And I think that'll run the Steam OS. I'm excited to see what the Steam OS
That's
is
very
Because
convoluted.
he keeps on saying that Linux is going to be the future, so I think it's going to be a Linux-based like system.
Yeah.
And it's going to run, all the Valve games. And I think
Tell him
here's
your
gonna be-
third.
Here's going to be
three.
here's going to be what the big announcement is. Fucking Half-Life 3 is going to be Steambox early access. Killer app is going to sell. Internet will explode. What?
Wait, there was only 2 things, right?
No. So it'll be announcements about their own Steam box.
So Steam box, then the Steam box OS,
like stuff about
and
that.
then oh by the way, here's a game that we're gonna release for it. Half-Life motherfucking 3.
I would love it if they'd say that, like, here's a little game that's going to be exclusive, like, for, like, a however early... By the way, if it is an early exclusive, I will buy a Steam box. I don't need another computer. I will buy that computer.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to let you know. I have an inside story. Announcement number 1.
Go on.
Announcement number 1 is that Steam box is coming out, but it's just a box filled with Steam. Announcement number 2. Is they do have an iOS app.
Okay.
And it also goes into announcement number 3. It is the Half-Life 3 spin-off, Alex Vance Stories. And it will be only on iOS.
Oh, God.
And it is
And it has to be iOS 7.
It's a tactical shooter.
It's an endless runner.
She just runs, and the monsters come out and try to kill her. Yeah. And
over the head.
that's what's happening, guys.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll see come Monday.
I want that so badly. I got a Steam box.
Next week, you won't be on, but we'll talk about it. We'll see how right or wrong you are. We'll break it down.
The answer
in a section we call
is wrong.
Jesse was wrong.
Could that be just a section of the show? Like,
And
so this week.
and a graphic pops up. It's like, Jesse was wrong.
I feel pretty confident that it's not going to be just a box of Steam. Like, I'll say 85% sure it's not going to be a box of Steam.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing if that's just what it was. It was just a bot, and you guys were like, "Wow, we did not."
Steam power is the
we
future.
did not see that coming at all.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. All right, and then the last bit of news: GTA 5, a little game called Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, that little game.
What's that about?
billion dollars. It's like
Made
Saints
$1 billion.
Row, but it's a little different. $1 billion in 3 days. It made $800 million in its first day, so it's kind of slacking these last 2 days.
Yeah.
But that's a fudge ton of money.
That's
I probably won't have that much money ever. I'm as sure that the Steam box won't be a box of Steam
That you will
that I will
have.
not ever have $1 billion.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm very excited to play it.
You
You played
better.
I honestly, I had no interest in playing it.
Here's the thing. They've taken a few cues from Saints Row. They have definitely.
They've upped a little bit of the silliness of it.
They have. It has gotten sillier. One mission that we played was, he was having a conversation with that weed activist, and he was talking about his homegrown weed.
Of course, because it takes place in
Because it takes place in LA, and they are not subtle. It is deliciously not subtle on how like they skewer like super left and the super right. Like they love having fun with it. So this guy was like wanting to legalize marijuana. He's like, oh, the votes were all. It was a conspiracy. I saw the ballots. Rawr, rawr, rawr. And so he's there. He's like, oh, this fucking guy is crazy. And he's talking, and it's Michael, because so he's just chilling. Like, no, you stop. This is how the country works. He's like, no, the country's run by morons, and everyone, blah blah blah. So he's like, here, try some of this weed that I grew. And he's trying. He's like, whew, that was pretty good. And he's like, you smoke this all the time? And he's like, yeah, I only worry about the monsters like once in a while. And he's like, what? And the fucking the whole screen starts pulsating, and you get attacked by fucking aliens.
Yeah, you get a
You get a fucking
chain
minigun.
gun,
You get a minigun.
and you
He's
just
like,
have to shoot
what?
aliens.
And they just
And
keep
then it-
coming at
and
you.
then it ends,
And they
and
try
it's
to
like-
abduct. And he's like, when you complete the mission, he's like, what happened? Well, we've just been talking politics for like an hour.
Yeah, it's like it's hilarious.
It was the most random mission.
That's
and I
awesome.
just fucking loved
It's so
it.
good, and it's part of the story. You have to do it.
I actually, I had no interest in the game till I heard that the 3 main characters were entirely, horrible people and unlikable, and I was like,
Really?
everyone that was talking about was like, they're really bad people, and I was like, now I want to play it.
That's
You're like,
interesting.
yeah.
Because
I don't know
I
what that says
actually,
about me, but I was
actually
like, now I want to.
I wasn't gonna get the game day one, and then Odom got the game day one, and he started.
And not
playing
because you don't love Grand Theft Auto.
No,
because
it's just because
there's we don't have enough time in the day to do this right now.
So what does Odom do then, if there's not enough time in the day?
He sacrifices sleep to play it.
What do you do, buddy?
Yeah, Odom behind the camera. Well, I mean, you're catching up on Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
We got Disney Infinity. We have every.
We finally
figure.
got all of Disney Infinity.
We have
Series 1.
Wait,
Yes.
Nope, I'm done. Turn it off.
Next, I think
Turn it
next
off, I'm done with
podcast
this.
we'll bring
We're just
every
gonna bring
figure
all
and
of
they'll be
this
here.
up.
Oh my god, that is all right.
It's not lame. We're gonna have when we get
gonna build toy
Frodo
boxes,
on here
yeah.
as our guest. We'll talk about Disney Infinity the entire time.
Of course you will.
You talk shit, play it. Next time you come over, play it,
no.
and you'll love it.
We'll play it.
No, I actually have like a weird. I think you guys know this. I have a weird obsession with Joanne on Newegg. Newegg is a YouTube channel where they just review stuff. Well, anyway, they had this one girl review, like, say every once in a while I'll go troll on it just to watch her talk about like a computer thing. I'm like,
Yeah, processors.
little tiny Asian girl, continue talking. So anyway, I'm sorry, I can't help it. She's a model. She's gorgeous. And so, not that there's anything wrong with not gorgeous people, but she's gorgeous. And she has a monotone voice that puts me to sleep. She's like, this is me talking about monitors. It's like,
The latest Core i7 processor.
oh yes, I could watch her all day and then pass out. And so, there's a new girl on there named Jenny. She's no Joanne. But she was reviewing on a website that sells computer parts. She's reviewing Disney Infinity. and
That was a personal. She's like, this is one for me.
And
I did it all for them.
She's trying
this is
to
for me.
like explain to people who are into computer parts how the game works. It's the funniest thing you will ever see. She's like, you see they have little processor chips. I was amazing. I'm just like, this video is 18 minutes long.
Oh my god. She could have just said it runs on Disney Magic. And everyone would have gotten
and
it.
that is essentially how it does.
And then you could tell where they like had to cut stuff. She's like, so now I'm gonna play this, and they cut to like after she's done playing. And it doesn't show anything. She's like, I'm gonna show you how to do this. Nope, doesn't even show it.
What?
Because she's obviously very bad at it. But I love you. You're an easy second to Joanne.
Oh, silver's not bad. So,
yeah. First place loser.
Yep.
But yeah, I would highly recommend. Sorry. Back to Grand Theft Auto. I actually liked that the characters were like they start off like fairly decent characters. Like Franklin's he starts off as a repo man.
No, he's
so
trying
you're like
to get out of
stealing
the hood.
cars, but you're stealing cars legitly. So it's like, it takes sort of your legit characters, and then
No
you
one
sort
likes
of,
Repo Man. Go on.
Well, yeah, no one.
Continue, please. No, I like
he's
to hear the
going
other
straight.
redeeming qualities.
But then, like, the stories start to intertwine, and then they start,
who are the other
going
guys?
Michael and what's the other guy's name?
I haven't gotten them yet, so I don't know.
No, we got to a certain point, and then we just spent hours
Oh yeah,
on the most
because we were
insane
editing
life
like
ever. But
we were editing super late, and while the computers were taking up, people that weren't on computers we were doing
swapping out.
We were swapping out Grand Theft
Auto.
Auto, and I had a life that just went on forever, and it was great because.
And
What do you mean a life?
Oh,
in
a
a single
run,
life,
in a
in
single
life
run.
on your character, we got in and got out of like multiple police chases. Like
I took a
city,
bus through the city.
Yeah, speed
and,
style, and then ended up hijacking a jet.
Oh,
liner.
you guys mean you were going until you got
Yes,
killed.
until you got
And
killed.
we tried to crash. Our end goal after this epic hour-plus long life was like of just shooting people up. So was to crash our like our jet, our
the
G6
jet that I took into
the Vinewood
sign.
sign.
And right before we got there, the helicopters that were chasing shot out my other engine, because as I was taking off, I lost one engine, so I was like, yeah, and then they shot the other one. I'm like, no, why? No, and right at the foot, right under it, it was just like,
right at the base. We were so close to hitting our goal, but it was spectacular.
it was an amazing life, and it all started by trying to shoot out headlights on the freeway.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying there's a connection, but if you watch the movie Demolition Man, at the beginning, the Hollywood sign is on fire, but not burning down. I feel like
They're connected.
the events of your gameplay led up to the first 5 minutes of Demolition Man.
There we go.
If GTA this entire time was one man's dream of making a prequel to Demolition Man,
That would be
that
amazing.
man deserves a lot of.
I've always said the beginning of that movie is an entire movie unto itself, because you're getting to the end of a movie where Stallone has been chasing Phoenix the entire time. He's like, Phoenix, right? And then they get sent to the future. But that end bit at the beginning, that's the end of your story.
And that's
That's
you
the
know
end of
what?
G-
And
that's the end of GTA
And now
7.
that Snipes out of jail and Stallone's making movies again, they can make the prequel we always wanted.
No. Oh.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna take a little break right now, and when we come back, it's just one commercial, guys. It's not even that bad. We'll answer a couple questions. So
Commercial
stay
break!
tuned.
baby.
All right, guys, we're back. Hope you enjoyed whatever ad you got, whatever commercial.
I hope it was for Taco Bell.
Liv Moss.
Wait, that's the end?
Oh, there was no joke
You
there.
just
I
like-
just
Oh,
really,
you just really wanted to
I
see
like Taco Bell.
You just really want to see a
why
Taco Bell
why
joke
is that
commercial.
wrong?
The nachos Bel Grande. What's your order, real quick? Nachos
Oh.
Bel Grande, and then beef baja chalupas. That's my joint.
Here's the thing. Because all the Taco Bells around here are Taco Bell KFCs, I will go with these spicy, whatever those little tiny spicy nugget things they have now instead of
Popcorn chicken?
No, but it's spicy. They're like mouth poppers.
Mouth pop.
Mouth poppers.
Are they boneless? So if you eat them, you go, I ate the bones.
Worst
Worst.
I'm not saying those are slightly racist commercials, but they're very.
But you're
racist.
not saying.
But I
this.
watch them and I respond the same way I responded to Transformers 2 with the two little dudes. I was like, I think this is offensive. I think I'm offended.
Anyone else? No.
No, you're
Okay.
you're absolutely right. When the guy's like, I ate the bone, it's like, oh Lord, this is wrong.
We've really come far. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, it is time to answer just a couple of the questions that you guys asked us on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. So
The social mediums.
Wait, how do they know to ask us?
Because we just tweet Facebook out. We're like, hey, if you got any questions.
Oh, I thought people
Ask
just
us.
asked you questions.
No, they're just like, hey, well,
maybe now they will.
let me read the first question. You just tell me if it sounds like a question someone was asked without being prompted to ask a question.
Okay.
Elliot Cooper asks, would you rather have underwear made out of solid sound or lasers? and I'm gonna leave this off. I'm gonna say sound, and here's why. I don't know if solid sound counts as like a sustained field of sonic waves, but when I worked at an engineering
It'll
job,
dingle your berries, is what it will do.
hold on.
keep
When I
them
was at an engineering job,
vibrating.
we would clean stuff. You joke, but anyways, I would clean stuff in a sonic bath, which is basically like a big thing of like warm water, and you put stuff in it, and it just like vibrates and like pulsates.
That's
Did
water.
you ever?
That's water.
No, but it's like
Are
the
you
sound waves.
saying you're sweating?
And my finger, because it felt really good, and so I'm like, I would love that on my junk. I would basically just love like my balls,
Pulsating
just, like,
sound on your
pulsating
balls all the
day.
time?
I'd have to deal with the fact that I'd be perpetually bonered, but you know,
And also, everyone would see it because it's sound. So.
well, I'd have pants on.
No. Here's the thing, though.
I'd have pants on over.
Oh, okay. I didn't
He
think you
said
could put-
solid sound. I assume,
What does that even mean?
I assume he has created the ability to make sound a solid.
But it would
And
still have to vibrate, or else
so
it wouldn't
you
be
just have
sound.
vibrating pants. That's fine. Vibrating underoos, done. I'd wear that because lasers, at worst case scenario, they burn your lower half of
burn
your
your
body
junk.
off.
Yeah, like at best case scenario, they just keep it nice and manscaped.
No, best case, it's
Keep it
best case.
manscaped.
Lasers are light, so you would have nothing.
Oh, that could get really.
Or you'd blind people, or you blind yourself.
You'd like flash someone who'd just be like, Shh,
You're just like, you want to see the goods? Ah, my retinas! And then that's just a lawsuit you don't want to deal with.
Well, how would you explain that to a judge? Your Honor,
I was
pulled down
wearing my
pants and
laser
he
underwear.
went blind.
They're like, why would you have laser pants? And I'd be like, you
Because
tell
I had
me!
because I had the choice between laser pants
No, or solid
or
sound.
solid sound.
And the now blind judge is kind of like,
Probably should have gone for that sound.
yeah. Also,
20 years.
Also, he gets to make a Justice's Blind reference. Full circle. Schroeder?
I don't. I think I would go for the sound because I really do think that laser pants would be too dangerous. Like
Yeah.
it.
Humanity in its current state
like-
is not ready for power of that magnitude.
I'm just trying to think of how the physics like would the light bend around like how would it contort to your body?
You'd need mirrors. You'd have to have underwear made of mirrors. No, you have to have mirror pants in order to sustain laser underwear.
So then you're just shooting fucking lasers in your junk like all the time. Like
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta figure you will have the best looking balls ever.
Oh my god!
I
yeah.
feel like you'll still have cancer. Like
Although
after like
if-
Yeah, but in
day
the future,
2 or something.
in a world with laser underpants,
We could just
there's
cure
no
that.
cancer.
That's a good point.
Plus, I have to say, in a world with sound underwear, you probably would become infertile after that much shaking.
But laser underpants keeps your sperm count high.
Keeps it nice and warm.
It cooks it. It's done. It's
It's just boiling sperm.
we don't. There's no condoms in the
Enjoy
future.
that
we just
image.
can't have kids. Next question.
Next
question.
I don't even.
Here's a good one from Nicholas Levitt. If you were good friends with the Justice League, who would you want to be your butler?
Butler?
Yep.
Let's do Wonder Woman.
Why?
Oh, I just wanted to do Wonder Woman.
Oh, you're just
I forgot about the Butler thing.
you're man enough to handle Wonder Woman?
Oh, is she man enough to handle me?
Is she man enough to handle you? Is she Amazonian enough to handle?
Butler?
Yeah, your butler.
I would say I want Bruce Wayne to be my butler.
Ooh.
Because I feel like he needs to understand, in order to become a true Dark Knight, he needs to work a day in his life. For me.
Really?
That's actually a pretty good answer.
My answer was, or I suppose is, my answer is Alfred. Look, if I'm friends with the Justice League, because Alfred actually is a butler and a fucking great butler at that.
But you can't.
If you take Bruce Wayne, he hasn't worked a day in his life. I don't want on-the-job training of a
But
butler.
that's not he's not in the Justice League.
It's
He's
if
like
you're
by
friends
proxy.
with the Justice League.
So you could
Batman's
get-
in
you
the
could-
Justice
you could
League.
get
Batman
paid-
knows the Justice League.
Fine. Then I will go and get Superman to save the Molly maids one time, and then he'll come to my house and then work there.
You just get free maids.
I'll just get free maid service. He'll go save some maids on the street who are getting like robbed, and then I'll be like, I'm friends with that guy. They're like, okay, we'll be your maids. If that's the kind of criteria you need, then that's fine, because then that's what I'll do.
That's okay.
Okay, change the answer.
Cool. That's your second. All right.
Okay, fuck. I always have to go last on these. All right.
You can go first on the next one.
Okay.
Just say dolphins.
What?
Aquaman, you're just like
dolphin. No, not Aquaman.
animals
Oh,
don't-
just
Aquaman
dolphin.
would be good.
Why would Aquaman be good?
Because then you could get like sea transportation. wherever you
Everything.
wanna go.
What? That's not a.
As a maid. No, as a butler.
He's a butler. He would
Not
drive
a
me
driver.
places.
Drivers are not butlers.
We do live by the beach, so
Yeah, we do.
that would help.
Yeah.
But that would only
Exactly.
help to get us around
The
on the
ocean.
coast.
The world is 80% water. I'm giving. I
thought it was 70%.
70-something% water. Yeah.
The world is a percent.
is
water.
Is majority water.
Much like the human being. Wow. Think about it. Think about it.
Did you think about it? Cool.
No.
Okay, so
Okay,
Aquaman,
actually, fuck it. No, I changed my answer.
everyone's changing their answer
Change my answer.
now. It's
Flash.
change answer
Flash.
because he's fast.
Because he can get me anything instantly. Flash, I want Chinese food from fucking China. Oh, thank you.
Here's
it
the
took
thing,
you like
you
10
And then
seconds.
and then you get like
You wouldn't
authentic
like it.
Chinese food,
Yes.
which isn't what you think it is.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's like
you
fucking
wouldn't-
actual like duck
You're like,
feed.
you're like, there's too
take
much.
it. And I yell, take it back. And he's like, okay.
I'm like,
he has
Flash.
no deal with that. He's like, I forgot your credit card.
And then he takes it, and then Bank of America calls up and is like,
It's like, you used your fucking card in
someone
China."
is trying to take your thing. I'm like, just let it go. Just
It's okay.
no, but if they bring back a plate that looks too much like the animal that it actually is, I guess they don't in China they do it differently. Here, I don't want to know what it was. I want hamburgers. Don't look like a cow.
Should
They're-
I be offended?
No,
this is like
remember-
one of those moments. Should we?
Yo, remember we went
I
to a
ate
new-
the
we went to a
bone!
sushi place, and a lot of their dishes are like a fish. It's like a fish head. It's like a fish head
A
is
fish
looking
head
at
just
you,
sticking
and I'm
out,
like,
yeah.
and I'm like, I grew up in a place where you don't know,
Fish head's good
where
though.
it's
more
fish
fun
head,
not to
fish
know.
head's good.
I saw a guy like eating it. He ate it like a master. He was like
Yes.
biting off all the parts. And I'm
Yes,
just
it's
like, I'm
good.
too pukey. I would just throw
No,
up. I get,
no, it
I'm a
tastes
weird
like
texture
fish.
guy.
No, it's fish. It's like you're eating fish, except
But
there's
there's
a
a
head.
head. There's brains in there and stuff.
You have a head? I'd eat that.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Next question.
All right. Let's do one more.
Who's next? Who's next? Who dares ask the question masters?
Sam Halley or Holly. There's two L's. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I think
What?
it's Haley.
Haley. Best mod for a game ever.
Oh, all right.
You want to go first,
I
Ro?
want to go first on this one. I think it is like historically. I'm sure there's been like a lot of like smaller mods, but I think the best mod ever is definitely Counter-Strike because it changed. It like changed online play.
Yeah.
Oh, you used your brain for that one.
Yep.
I was gonna go with emotion, but you used your brain. That's actually
Well,
very
okay,
good.
we got the brain one, and it's true.
Well,
That's
now-
a
very good
I used my head
Counter-Strike
there.
is.
So I mean, it did. It changed online gaming. It's the reason why Steam was invented, and everyone hated it back then.
I had the. Well, no, I liked it. It wasn't bad. It just all the features.
Friends would never work.
It didn't. Yeah, there were a
Friends
lot
would
of
never
features
work
that were
for a
in there
year- for a
and didn't
year.
work, and it's like just take it out till it works because it being in there and not working makes me angry.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
I
me.
agree. Wow, that was a good answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was like the answer. That was the definitive answer.
I got to go first for once. I feel good.
There was nothing. There's
Here's
nothing better
the
than
thing
that.
about Schroeder is he's really fucking smart.
Wow, what a dick.
I'm
Yeah,
also a dick.
you ruined it.
You
No,
killed that
go.
question.
Come on,
What's
go.
yours, Jessica?
I mean, that's a very good answer.
You gotta.
You're like in Whiplash from how good that
I mean,
answer was.
I can't do better than that. There are many that I like. I liked some of the mods back in the day for TIE Fighter were pretty great. Mm-hmm. Where you could like make your own TIE Fighter missions. Oh, that's cool. That was back in the day, dog.
That was
Back in the day. Replays the Empire.
That was last millennium.
Great. That's true. That was a millennia ago. I liked the mod for Civ 4 that made it fantasy. It was Fall from Heaven 2.
I didn't try that one.
It's basically, it takes all the religion and all the stuff that was in the normal game and makes it a fantasy world. And so there's everything from dark elves to insane clowns to fallen angels to all sorts. And there are all these different religions. It's really kind of the best mod ever.
Damn.
But, you have to have every single expansion for
For it
Civ
to work?
4 for it to work, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they keep upgrading it to this day, so it looks like
awesome.
if you're the clowns, you don't get a catapult, you get a cow.
A cowpole.
A cow.
But the characters are great.
Cool.
Like
Was that in Age of Empires first?
I'm sure. But you get like all the lore that you would of all the characters, and so each one has their own story. But they basically just stole like Magic the Gathering cards and stuff like that, like the images. But they got a bunch of music that they had. They remade the entire game. It's like 20 times more fun than actual Civ 4.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I think I've only watched Civ 4 because the Civ series doesn't really appeal to me. It just looks like a little bit tedious and boring for someone like me. But if there was like crazy fantasy elements to it, I might actually play it.
Yeah, and each
I have it. Someone gifted it to me. I don't think I ever installed it.
Oh.
Like
Like
most
each
of my
race-
Steam games.
That one guy is watching, just like,
I wasn't because you can like decline a gift on Steam.
Oh.
What happens if you do? I never will. That's free stuff.
yeah.
I don't decline gifts.
Yeah.
I actually like gifts
I enjoy them.
and would like more. No, please,
Nice.
no.
Send
I have
us-
too many. I have too many games that I just
You're
can't.
just
play.
gonna get over
I have like 300 games that I don't play. I play 2 of them.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
I guess. Well, I don't want to do the Warcraft mod for Counter Strike. That's just copying you. I guess and I didn't
What
actually
about
like
Gary's
this.
mod? That's a mod.
Gary's mod's a good one. But I was saying Dota, like the original Dota was
That's
like
a
a
good
mod.
one, yep.
Yeah.
Because it created the MOBA genre, right? Like that's what started it now. And I played League and Smite, and I'd that is awesome. My original Dota problem was I had some friends who were really good at it, and they don't teach you. They teach you enough to be able to play, but they always pull out something you're like.
They teach you enough so they can
You didn't know
beat you."
this champion?
Yeah.
He could do this, and it's like, no, I didn't fucking know because you didn't tell me. I hate you. Back to Counter Strike.
I would just
Back to World of Warcraft.
sit in that corner and dust and snipe
say,
guys.
Back to crying in the corner of my room.
Oh, that's
That's a good mod. Right
a
there.
good mod.
That's not a mod. That's the single player
That's your life mod.
story. That's the campaign of my life.
It's the campaign.
And then whenever we party, that's my multiplayer.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's literally the stupidest thing I've
All
ever heard.
right.
Anyways, on
let's
that
wrap
note,
this one out.
on that
On that
note,
sadness.
aw. But I got the best teammates, my best squad mates.
Oh, that is so stupid.
Anyways, thanks guys for watching the first episode of Between Two Nerds. Thank you, Jesse, for coming on and being our
thank
first
you
So much,
guest.
Jesse.
Thank you.
Yeah, you want hawk your channel? Not that we are gonna get you a whole lot, but go for it.
Go to youtube.com/Jesse Cox, or just go to Jesse Cox on Twitter, or go to jessecox.com because it goes to all of them.
Ooh.
Or go to facebook.com/the Jesse Cox.
Yeah.
Or
Ooh.
Careful how you spell it, because there's another Jesse Cox out there.
it's true, she's a very unattractive porn star. Not even like I would know.
He's like, you will do anything
I will literally do
for
anything.
love.
But not.
But I will not
He
do
will
that.
not do that.
I will not do that. I finally know what he was talking about in that song.
Yep.
It was myself as a girl. I will
Nice.
not do that.
right.
And
So
in that certain aspect, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, for us, follow us on Twitter, Warp Zone Tweets, Facebook, facebook.com/thewarpzone, and
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
We'll
with
see you
some
next
more
week.
Podcastery.
Bye.
Adios.